The Xbox Series X and S has been one of the coolest consoles in terms of allowing people to add on additional things to play games from multiple generations and different consoles from competitors, PlayStation, Nintendo, all that type of stuff via emulation. Now, obviously, Microsoft and Xbox probably don't want this happening on their console, but the homebrew community, the emulation community, have made some awesome stuff for us to check out. If you want to get emulators on your console. Right now, currently, there's actually the Dolphin emulator standalone that you can put onto your Xbox Series X and S, which allows you to play Nintendo Wii and GameCube games. And there's a new interface on there, which looks really cool and just gives you the catalog of all the GameCube stuff and Wii stuff you want to play in a nice, sleek design. And if you haven't seen it yet, this is what it looks like. And you can see the box art shows up and you can scroll through all the games. Really easy to install too. You just got to go to Discord and then you click a link and it brings you right to the actual Microsoft Store where the emulator is available to download and install. And there's also RetroArch that's available that you can put onto your Xbox console. And all of these emulators, they're all available in retail mode. So it's not just the developer mode that you can access these things, which it makes it that much better for most people. Because I feel like at the end of the day, you have to pay $20 to access developer mode, which isn't an issue. I mean, $20 for unlimited access to dev mode, which you can do a lot more stuff on. But for most people, they just want to sit down, they want to play these games that they may have in their backlog, in their back catalog via an emulator on their Xbox. And to do that in the retail mode just makes it that much easier. And it's literally just a couple of clicks to set up, especially for the Dolphin emulator, which works really, really well too. So now we have this. And this is the Xbox 360 emulator called Xenia or Xena, however you say it. But it is coming over, or it is there right now on your Xbox Series X and S. You can actually go and download it in retail mode, which allows you to play your entire catalog of Xbox 360 games. And I think this is a big thing. I think this is a big thing for a couple of reasons. First of all, there are games that aren't part of the Xbox backwards compatibility. My dog just cut into the scene there, so I had to up because I started laughing. But there are games that are not available on the Xbox backwards compatibility. That was unfortunate when they announced this program. There is a much smaller pool of games available on Xbox's backwards compatibility compared to the Xbox One stuff. And this emulator essentially is going to let you to play all those games that aren't available there, which is always a good thing. And it also, another big thing is because of game preservation. One of the things that happened last week was we got a bunch of announcements for games being delisted off of the Xbox 360 marketplace. Here's the list of games. And then there was some news that came out after that was saying that they were completely shutting down the Xbox 360 marketplace. That wasn't true. That was like a mistake in the news release that they had there. So that it isn't shutting down, just in case you are wondering, that is not happening. But I'm assuming at some point in the near future, it is actually going to happen. Like they're eventually going to shut down the Xbox 360 marketplace. So all those games that aren't available via backwards compatibility, you're not going to be able to download them digitally. They're just going to be gone unless you have a physical copy of them. And an Xbox 360, that's the only way you're going to be able to play these games, with the actual physical versions of these games. So all of that type of stuff, game preservation, it's going to be huge in the future with these games, a lot of them that have online stuff. Because the other thing that we saw was like the Redfall always online for the single player Crossfire X, where the single player is coming off of the servers now. So if you bought Crossfire X as single player, you're not even going to be able to access it after February 14th, which is just absurd. And again, it calls into question going forward in the next 10, 15, 20 years or so, what is game preservation going to be like? And for me, there's a fear, there's a big thing here that there's going to be a lot of games that are just going to disappear into the abyss. People aren't going to be able to play them. If you played video games back years ago, generations ago, a lot of these games people still like to pick up and play today, especially if they've never experienced, let's say, a Super Nintendo game or a original Xbox game. They want to try these games. They're interested in where gaming started from way back in the day. And you can do that. For most of these games, you buy the disc, you buy the cartridge, they're all on the actual physical hardware itself. And going forward, that's going to be a big thing. We'll see how it all plays out. But now with the Xbox 360, they are giving a side solution here. Obviously not from Microsoft and Xbox, but it is Xenia. And that is an emulator, a 360 emulator, like I said, that you can just download right onto your Xbox Series X and S, and it will allow you to play Xbox 360 games. Now, right now, from what I understand, the actual build of it isn't the best. Like, there are issues with it, but there should be big updates coming soon, which take away a lot of these errors. There's actually this tweet here from Modern Vintage Gamer saying, I'm hearing there's an updated Xenia UWP coming that will fix many issues. Can't wait. And that's one thing about these emulators, which is amazing. The people that actually work on these things and release them, they literally are always updating them, bringing improvements. They do an incredible job. I don't know how they do it, but if it wasn't for them, a lot of this game preservation would be lost. So really cool stuff to see. I'm not going to go through how you can download it and everything. You can find all that information. It's just a quick Google search. It's super easy. There's lots of videos out there. This is a video that they actually put out on YouTube, and they're showing 360 titles here running on the Xbox Series X and X. It looks great, runs great. And just like, this is the same person who made the Dolphin emulator on the Series X and S for retail mode. And just like that one, the Dolphin emulator on the Series X and S runs just so well. And the games, like, you're getting pretty much remastered games with GameCube games, because they have like the upscale resolution, and then they have 60 frames per second, all of that type of stuff. It's really cool stuff. Do recommend, if you're into that and you want to see how these emulators run, you have a back catalog of games from older generations, I would recommend checking out these emulators on the Series X and X. It makes a great at-home box to have. Just check out a large back catalog of games. Some people will say, well, why don't you just play on your PC or whatever? Why don't you just play on, I guess, your PC, your desktop PC or something? But it's different. It's different when you can get it on your Series X, connect it to your TV, sit back with a controller on a couch and just load these games up really easily. It works very well. But let me know what you guys think about this. Is this something you are going to try out? The 360 emulator and the Dolphin emulator, RetroArch, all of that type of stuff. Or if you have tried it out, let me know what your experience is. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I'll catch you guys in the next video.